An Islamic Imam has warned Northerners to desist from protesting against the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to him, protest is haram, meaning protest is forbidden, protest is a crime, protest is abomination. You dare not protest against the government. Recall that Northerners are planning a nationwide protest against the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on August 1st. According to them, they are protesting against suffering, insecurity, hunger, and hardship in the land. A Northerner shared his experience with the Imam on his Twitter page. His name, Ryan Tide, and what he said is captured in quotes. I have never seen anything like what I witnessed today during Friday prayers. The Imam delivered a sermon emphasizing that protest is forbidden. However, immediately after he finished and we were about to start the prayer, the people around me began to murmur, "We must protest," and to my surprise, most responded affirmatively. After the prayer, a man stood up in a somewhat mocking manner, announcing a protest on August 1st. The people responded enthusiastically, saying, yes, we will be part of it. This occurred at the Danguru Juma mosque. I was taken aback because those advocating for the protest did not fit the stereotype of drug abusers. They appear responsible by the village standard. I'm neither in support of nor against them. I understand the impact of protests and how they have turned countries like Libya and Sudan from bad to worse, which is a common argument against protests. My concern is that the government should recognize that things are spiraling out of control and take urgent measures to alleviate the hardship Nigerians are currently facing. Nigerians are known for their resilience, but a growing clamor for protest indicates that the hardship has become intolerable. Never before have I seen Nigerians turn against their scholar like they are now. This shift was evident today and has been apparent on social media platforms this week. It is truly disheartening. Regardless of the situation, it is not right to insult and challenge scholars directly. Some people accuse them of being bribed to discourage protests. Islam teaches us that scholars are the inheritors of the Prophet. Her advice, particularly this that is considerable unanimous, should be taken seriously. May Allah see our burden and bring relief to our dear nation. He ended it. There are so many things I'm about to say, but I will start from this young man that posted this thing. If you read his words carefully, you will notice that he is neither against them nor for them. That means he's in between. Anybody that is in between in the midst of suffering is supporting suffering. There is no how you can tell me you are in between the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigerians are suffering. It's either you call them out or you support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you are not doing anything, your silence means that you are supporting the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Reading through this young man's tweet, he's supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And again, religion. There was something he said. He said it is against Islam to challenge scholars. It is against Islam to challenge Imam. The Imam is telling the people not to protest. The people, they are hungry, but he's telling them not to protest. And this young man is telling these people that it is wrong to challenge the Imam. That is what religion has made many people to be. Religion has made many people to be docile. Religion has made many people to be dumb. Now let us look at the root cause of religion in our society. Without mixing words, religion has done more harm than good in our society, especially in Nigeria. When I'm talking about religion, I am looking at the context of Nigeria. Religion has not helped us at all. It has made so many people docile. It has made so many people dependent on God for what their government should provide for them. I mean, you are sick, but you are asking God to heal you. Yes, God is a healer, but you should first go to the hospital, and it is your government that will provide hospital for you. You don't challenge your government. You don't hold them accountable to provide hospital for you. That is the reason why there is no hospital in this country. You are jobless and you're asking God to give you a miracle job. How will miracle job come about when there is no job in the country? The government has not created job for you. Rather than holding your government accountable, religion is telling you to be dependent on God, to go and pray for God to give you a job. You are poor and broke. You go to God to give you money. Even in the Bible, Jesus said the poor has the message preached to them. Rather than asking your government, holding them accountable to make the environment conducive for businesses to thrive, you are asking God to give you money. Money is gotten through enterprise. There is nothing like miracle money. Of course, we know that money, somebody can be blessed with money, but for the person to be blessed with money, something must be in place for that blessing to come. But rather than holding your government accountable to make the environment conducive, you're asking God for money. That is what religion has turned so many persons to in this country. And you must understand something, that politicians are using religion as a tool to subjugate the people. And the only way they use religion is through religious leaders. And that is why we are going to talk about religious leaders in this country, because they have contributed hugely to destroying this country. Religious leaders are leaders. They have large followers following them. And these followers listen to them, and they tend to believe everything they see. In fact, in this country, Nigeria, religious leaders are seen as God in this country. You dare not touch religious leaders in this country. If you touch them, their followers will come against you. For instance, this young man that posted this is against the fact that the people resisted the voice of a religious leader. That is what religion has turned many people into in this country. Rather than these religious leaders telling these people what they need to do to hold their government accountable, they are telling the people not to protest against their government. They are telling the people to endure the hardship, the suffering in the land. After all, as believers, you are meant to endure persecution. They are telling the people that the government will fix the country, that they should give the government 4 more years to fix the country. This is to tell you that the corruption in this country is systemic, is endemic. It has eaten deep into the fabrics of our nation. Politicians understand this, and that is why they are working closely with religious leaders to help subjugate the people. Let me give you an instance. I could remember the time that Peter Obi went to Adoration Ground, and Father Mbaka tried to coerce him to sow a seed to build a chapel in Adoration Ground. On that same floor, there was Ganjuge, the governor of Kano State then. There was a viral video of Ganjuge stuffing dollars in his babariga. But Mbaka allowed Ganjuge to stay on the altar and donated money. And he praised Ganjuge. But because Peter Obi refused to donate money, Mbaka openly rebuked and slandered Mr. Peter Obi because he refused to donate money. Majority of our religious leaders, they don't want this country to work. A working economy, a working country, we see many of them out of religious activities. They will not be where they are today. So they prefer the country to be the way it is because they are benefiting from the corruption in this country. If politicians want to control the people and they cannot buy the people directly, they pass through their religious leaders. That is why you're seeing this Imam telling the people not to protest against what is affecting them, because it is not affecting him. Do you know why? If a politician wants to sow seed, they sow it directly to the Imam and the pastors or the reverend fathers. They are the ones that receive this money. The money don't go directly to the people. These politicians donate huge amount of money to churches and mosques, and it is these religious leaders that are in charge of this money. The people don't get them. So why would they allow you to protest against a government, against politicians that are donating to them directly? You must understand this, that while we are fighting the politicians, our religious leaders are also the major problem in this country. When Kenyans were protesting against the government, they targeted those that were responsible for the problem in the country, and they targeted their politicians. Why didn't they target their religious leaders? They didn't target them because the religious leaders were in support of them. The religious leaders joined them in the protest. Even lawyers equally joined them in that protest. They chased away their politicians. But in Nigeria, you will see the religious leaders gaslighting the people when they want to speak up against bad government. You also saw what happened during the last election. With every evidence available, Nigerians needed a change in government. Nigerians needed to drive APC away from power. Why some religious leaders were in support of the people for a change, other religious leaders were not in support. They were gaslighting the people, telling them that they need to accept Saul, giving some contradictory messages from the Bible to enable the people vote for Bola Tinubu. And when Bola Tinubu was voted into power, you saw some of them coming out to tell Nigerians to accept the presidency of Bola Tinubu. Good and fine. Nigerians believe them. Nigerians have accepted the presidency of Bola Tinubu. What Nigerians have accepted so far has brought Nigerians great suffering, hunger, insecurity. Nigerians are going through the hardest period in their life, the hardest period in the history of this country. But you know the most unfortunate aspect of all of this? These religious leaders, they are now partaking in the suffering that Nigerians are suffering. These people have large pool of money at their disposal. People still pay tithes. People still give to the imams and the pastors. They are not suffering for what Nigerians are suffering, and they are nowhere to be found. Their voices have gone silent. They are mute. And when the people came out and said that we want to protest against this government, we want to protest because we cannot continue in this suffering again, the religious leaders turn around and tell them, protest is haram. Tell me where protest is haram in the Bible. Tell me where protest is haram in the whole world. Tell me which religious book is telling you that protest is haram. They manufacture this lie to keep the people docile. But you must resist them. You must tell them that enough is enough. Their kids are not even schooling in this country. Their kids are schooling outside of the shore of this country. Their kids are enjoying while your kids and yourself, you're suffering. Any religious leader that stands on your way must be crushed. Any religious leader that stands on your way from seeking good government must be crushed. Any religious leader that is against the people must be crushed. Protest is never haram. Protest is never forbidden. Protest is a tool that is used all over the world to draw the attention of the government to the plight of the people. Look at what happened in Kenya. The government wanted to increase taxes and they pushed a bill in the National Assembly, and that bill was to be passed. The people went to the street and protested against it. The government withdrew the bill. The people protested that the government should sack the cabinet member. The government sacked all the entire cabinet members in Kenya, closed down the office of the First Lady and the office of the Vice President of the First Lady. This is what protest can do in a society. It is only a bad government that is scared against protest. If you are good, if you're doing the right thing, if you are for the people, you will not be scared of protest. And protest is a legitimate right of every citizen. Any government that is stopping the people from protesting is violating the right of the people, the fundamental right of the people, and that government must be stopped. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.